Thanks for joining us on today's Tip of the Week. Today we're going to talk about the Collections module within TotalMD. To access the Collections module, we're going to go ahead and go up to Activities and go down to Collections, and it'll take you to the Collections wizard in the software. Now, the Collections wizard is just a way to help you find a group of patients that you might be looking for that owes you money, maybe past a certain amount of time. So we have some different filters up here at the top that we can use. For example, if I wanted to say, hey, let's start here, and we're just going to say, show me everybody that has a remainder greater than $10 on their account. We can click View Charges at any time. We can put in a bunch of filters and then do View Charges, but I'm going to do it this way just for demonstration purposes. So here we have these four different people that have a balance on their account that's more than $10. Now, if I wanted to continue to put in additional filters, I could very easily do that. For example, I could say, let's find everybody that has a statement date that they got a statement more than 3 months ago. And so we're going to go here and say, okay, let's go 3 months back and July 18th, and we're going to now do View Charges and see what happens. We lost the one charge in there that had a statement date of in August, and so now we're down to 3. And so we could continue to add filters. We could say, for example, maybe they'd made a payment on one of those charges. It would give us a date when they last made a payment against that. So because maybe we might want to say, hey, as long as they're paying towards it, we don't want to put them in collection. So we can do things like that. And then once we get our list down to where we want, maybe we look at our list and say, oh, you know what, this looks good except for the fact that we can't send Dalton to collections because that's the doctor's brother. And so, okay, we got to take him off the list there. So once we have the list exactly the way we want it with the correct send ones there, I'm going to click on Send to Collections. Before I do that, I have different levels of collections that I can send to. Because we're connected to Transworld, and they have 3 different levels, the 3 different levels are here. So there's low, medium, and high levels, what they call accelerated profit recovery and collections. And if you'd like to know more about what the different levels are or whatnot, you can contact Lisa Swan at Transworld, and she'll be able to give you a demo and kind of explain their services and what they do. But in this case, I'm going to go ahead and leave it at this low level of collections and click Send to Collections. It'll ask me if I'm sure if I want to send these to collections. I'll go ahead and hit yes. Now it automatically creates a CSV file in the directory that I've set up in my program preferences. And as soon as I hit OK, it's going to automatically take me to the Transworld portal where it'll automatically have my username and password populated into. Now, since there's my username and password, I can log in and use the Transworld tool to continue from here to make sure that I'm doing what I need to collect. Again, if you'd like to have a demonstration on how that works, feel free to call Lisa Swan at Transworld, and she'll be happy to do that with you. Now let's go back and look at 2 things real quickly. First of all, we want to go into the ledgers of the people, and so we'll just use one of them. We'll do Monique Hernandez and look in her ledger, and we'll notice which one of her charges was in collections pretty darn easily. So this yellow here, that just means that this particular charge was sent to collections and that it was sent in the low level of collections, the profit recovery, because each level of collections represents a different color. If I go and double click on here, and it'll tell me down here at the bottom which batch of collections they were in, what date they were sent on, what phase they're in. Just as an example, if I do change the phase as an example, we show you that it changes the color on the line. So now instead of that yellow color, it has this light orange color, and then the last one would be a red color. In addition to that, if we go to our reports, I'm going to type in collections here. Takes me to my collections report. I'm going to run that, and I'll leave the date blank, and we'll see that today we sent some charges to collections. There they are right here, and here's the one for Monique. And we can always have that report whenever we need it at our fingertips as well. Not only is that information in the Transworld module, but it's directly here in the software as well that we can track it. So between the TotalMD software and the Transworld portal, we can really get down and dirty with our collections with TotalMD. Thanks for joining us on today's Tip of the Week. We hope you'll join us again next time.